Welcome to Wise Beyond Bitcoin, where you come for your crypto neo, your news, education, and opportunity. My name is Jacob.
My name is Lucas.
And my name is Ryan.
And today we're going to be talking about the Constellation Network. But before we do, just a quick disclaimer. Nothing here is financial advice, medical advice, any kind of advice. Take your vices and don't bring them here.
Yeah, just educational, entertainment, information. It's our research. We're all over blockchain and crypto. We've got playlists below. We have tutorials to walk you through DeFi if you're brand new, starting a Web 3.0 wallet. We get into privacy applications, the most innovative stuff happening in blockchain, all over crypto, EVMs, non-EVMs. And right now we're going to talk about another blockchain that Jacob has found, and they're doing some really innovative stuff. So what's going on, brother?
All right, let's just jump into it. Today is about Constellation, which provides infrastructure that enables businesses and individuals to transact and conduct commerce in the Web3 space. So they're really about getting together with small and large businesses and being able to help them gather data to be able to better do their business. And the way that they're actually doing this is with their DOR traffic miner. And so the way that this miner works is it's actually a battery operated, no plug and play, literally battery operated cryptocurrency miner that takes the foot traffic data and turns it into a reward that you can earn in crypto. And it's such a simple, easy idea. You just put this device in front of where you believe that your foot traffic is going to be. You gather data on that foot traffic to be able to do things like, let's say, if you're a business, be able to collect that foot traffic data, be able to better understand when are your peak hours, when do you need to schedule people, when is a good time to be able to do maintenance, and you earn crypto rewards. And so you can see here the average rewards being about 1,600 DAG monthly rewards, which is awesome. So you simply just reserve either with the utility NFT, which this was their early way for the earliest adopters to be able to reserve. But now you can actually just go directly to this website, nodestore.constellationnetwork.io/products DTM. And you can
We'll have links below.
We'll have links below. You don't have to remember all that.
None of this content is sponsored or promoted. They have not reached out to us. This is just another iteration of blockchain that's out there that you can see is, in the past, information has been collected about you in centralized sources and then sold in profit. We've talked about Shiro Health and what they do with medical data and helping you stay in charge of keeping the profits from your medical data. And this is helping businesses and people maintain the value from that foot traffic information, which I don't know if you've got the website pulled up, scrolled to it where it was before, but it did show a nice little, why people, there you go, scroll down a little bit more, why a DOR traffic a little bit more below that. It's a people counter, it talks about it, but there you go. Who can benefit? Workforce optimization, medical office hospitals, property managers. These are just some of the ideas, but like you may have heard in other blockchains or cryptos, there are different ways of mining, of minting the tokens of value for these networks. And here it's through literally tracking the DOR traffic. So
yeah, and I'd like to hit on there's something that jumps out to me is that this is a great tool to help businesses acquire more information so they can better plan how to structure their investment and their offers to make the best use of those resources, right? Because so much of what businesses do is run an experiment essentially, and they try to see what works and what doesn't. And if the more data you can have at your fingertips to kind of make that decision with, the better, the more efficient it'll be. So this is and not only is it great for the decentralization and helping people monetize their own data, that's awesome, but it's also has this macro kind of effect of, as we learn more about foot traffic and consumer preferences in general, we make better decisions with scarce resources, and eventually, we become better off for it.
And I
And I
just
can
want
see
to add
this
that
really affecting the revolving door market. Can start pump prices for revolving doors.
Right.
Unintended
oh
unintended
man.
consequences.
But I just want to add that we live in a service industry. I mean, we live in a world where here in America and here in the Western world, the service industry is kind of the forefront of the job market. And so this allows that job market to be able to gather more data and expand in new and interesting ways. And you're being rewarded for this. So it's one of those interesting things that I think has its place and its niche in the market where I think it can absolutely dominate. And just as an example, I mean, you can purchase one of these devices for $5,000. You can have this set up, let's say at a high traffic place, like a retail store or something, start gathering that data, gather data and collect it, realize, hey, these sale days bring in more foot traffic than on other days. These sales are what bring people in. This particular time of year, we're the busiest. You can gather this data and you can cross-reference that to how much people spend. You can cross-reference that into what people are purchasing. And all of a sudden you have that much more data to work with, and your business can grow from that. I think it's personally amazing, and they have all of the questions that you might have right here in this Medium article. They are partnered with Helium, which is something that I think is important to mention, because you can either connect their device to either the Helium network or to over Wi-Fi, and depending on what you connect over, what makes sense for you, it could be a way to even expand the Helium network as well.
Very cool.
Now,
yeah.
So Helium is a basically a radio network blockchain that, by setting up these radios, these crypto radios, they create coverage for devices like the DOR to be able to use, and they pay out based off of a proof of coverage model. And with them partnering with Helium, it really strengthens the network of the Helium blockchain, while also giving DOR more redundancy for your options to be able to send and receive the data.
And just for people to know, the Helium, it's a LoRaWAN technology, which a lot of smart devices use to communicate. So it's a blockchain service that allows for a more efficient communication for these devices, this network, and that rewards people for supporting this network, this new communication.
And so,
so I wanted to see, we're making we will make it clear that you're earning DAG here, right? That's the token that's
yes.
Part of the Constellation network. And I guess what would be can we look at some sample earnings? We saw the average was around 1,600. That would was that like a couple $100 a month? Like, it's going to, the point is this is not going to pay for itself immediately. And obviously these are all hypotheticals we're talking about here, not financial advice.
At the current price of DAG, which is around 17, 18 cents, and you look at the cost of 5,500 for a miner, it would take a little over a year. It would take over a year to pay off at this rate. However, if you look at the long run and you see this technology as being a value, adding value, then you could see that the demand you've seen in the past, if you don't get miners early, you get to a point where their price goes up or they go out of stock and you've got to wait for them in back order. Meanwhile, the people that got them early are racking up the rewards. And, it's not uncommon for the price of a successful crypto to go up, in which case, if you're mining this and it goes from 17 cents to 30 cents, 25 cents, or 40 or 50 cents, now you're paying off that miner a lot quicker. So there is that potential, and it could also go down. And that is the risk that exists, but that's why you do your own research and you play with what you don't mind watching be a cost of tuition for that next project.
Yeah. And I
Right.
just do want to add, for anybody who thinks in their mind, well, why would I purchase this device if I don't have any businesses or any connection to any small businesses where there is a lot of foot traffic data? You can simply place it above your front door and actually use that traffic data to be able to see who may be coming in and out of your home. You could do it if you're an Airbnb to be able to see whether or not if your guests are lying about how many people are staying there. A lot of interesting use cases for this device, and it could be used even as a security device, which I think is very interesting from a business perspective as well. Being able to possibly put this miner in front of, let's say, you know, the vault to your,
Right.
yeah.
And the best part is it's battery powered. So you could flip, kill the power to the business, and guess what? This still runs.
Mm-hmm.
So that's cool.
And just to reiterate, how does the Helium work with the DOR traffic miner? It expands on the connectivity and makes it possible to run autonomously and placed virtually anywhere and run the data for less than $2 a year, which is just an insane value proposal that the Helium network and the DOR traffic miner kind of meshes together and brings together. And so the way that
you can see the Helium network adding value to this for other applications. DOR traffic miner is one, but there's a lot of other applications that will be running on that frequency in which they can tap into the Helium network.
Oh yeah. And for those of you who may be thinking, well, I don't really know if I'm going to be earning that many rewards based off of my foot traffic, they actually distribute the monthly DAG rewards from a pool established for activated miners, the DOR traffic miners. And by providing data to the network, the earlier you buy one, the more rewards you can earn. So once the devices are activated, 5 million DAG will be distributed from the validator's rewards pool per month for mining data. And so that 5 million is going to be distributed to all of these devices over time. And so as more devices come online, that pool
fraction gets smaller. Yeah.
Getting fractionalized.
Right. Okay. As you were talking, I was thinking, my front door doesn't get a lot of traffic, but my refrigerator door does.
I know. I was
maybe
thinking bathroom door or something that gets a lot more, but yeah, that's for sure. I dig it.
Well, I like it. It's cool. It's a partnership with another protocol that we're already a fan of, and it's helping people to learn more about their environment, whether it's a business or home, and it's a way to monetize some data that otherwise would have been uncollected and would have been useless, right? So yeah, I mean, it's a win-win. I like it.
In fact, you team up with Shiro Health, and they're collecting medical data and DOR data in your home. They're like, well, as many times you're opening up this fridge and going to the bathroom, I can see why.
Let's not let these protocols talk.
Let's not let them talk. All of a sudden,
look at that heart rate.
Our insurance premiums start going up.
How many steps have they walked in the last day? It's like, oh man.
Right.
Oh man.
It's a moral hazard here, right?
Could you imagine that it starts counting your calories for you? It's telling you, oh, you don't get enough walking in if you're
right.
Well, I'll tell you this: I'm getting a revolving door, and I'm jogging around my my DOR traffic miner.
There you go.
Oh
No,
man,
I'm not. That's like a hamster on a wheel for DOR traffic miners. It's great. This is great. This is great collaboration, new development. Interesting to see the kind of stuff that's going to be all over the place. I know it's a little different, but it reminds me of someone mentioning how a long time ago, you could take, for plumbing devices all around the world, you could take a little water wheel and you could tap it into the pipes. And every time people flush or use their sink or use their shower, use their water, if there were these they've done it in some places, I think in Europe, but you can basically, as that
capture some energy
every single time that water's moved. And this is just more ways that we're seeing energy being captured, data being efficiently captured, and the people being able to benefit directly from that information that they're providing. So good find, good topic. We'll add more to this as we continue to grow the Wise Beyond Bitcoin education opportunity, news, platform. But until now,
Yeah.
I say we covered it, right? This is a good
Yeah.
one.
Oh yeah.
Have a beautiful day. Namaste, y'all.
Till the next time, everybody.